Tennessee's regular season is over at 8-4, and while the Vols await their bowl destination, there could be an uncomfortable conversation for Josh Heupel this coming offseason. We'll tell you what it is just ahead. Lucas Panzica here from 104.5 The Zone and A to Z Sports. Disappointing finish, no question, to the season as the Vols lost to Vanderbilt last Saturday. They will await their bowl opponent and location this coming weekend after the conference championships are played out on Saturday. But regardless of who Tennessee gets matched up with in the bowl game and who they play in that bowl game, there is one thing that Josh Heupel has not done since he took over as the head coach of the Vols that I'll be very curious to see if he does this coming offseason, and that is fire an assistant coach. That's right. At no point in Josh Heupel's head coaching career at either Tennessee or UCF has he fired one of his assistants. There has been turnover on his staff, no question. Guys that have gone on to land bigger jobs. Most recently, Alex Golesh, Tennessee's former offensive coordinator, who left the Vols to take over at USF and now is the head coach at an SEC program in the Auburn Tigers. But largely, the core of Heupel's staff has remained consistent, which is a feather in his cap and has absolutely helped Heupel develop his program. But this is the point in a coach's tenure, 5 years in, where you start to have conversations about the ceiling and the floor of a program. There are questions still about what Tennessee's ceiling is around Josh Heupel. He has done some unbelievable things. Some people think he's already reached his ceiling. That might be the case, but there's no way to know that after this 2025 season with a top 10 recruiting class on the way in and another opportunity for Tennessee to push for the playoff in 2026, despite what will be a tough schedule. But it will be interesting to see if Heupel breaks that streak this offseason, especially after how poor Tennessee's defense was throughout the course of the year, after how much of a drop-off there was from that elite 2024 defense to 2025. The Vols allowed 579 yards of offense against the Vanderbilt Commodores. It's the most they've allowed in a game since that 2022 loss against South Carolina, where the Gamecocks put up over 60 points and knocked the Vols out of contention for the 4-team playoff. That 2022 team was not nearly as talented and deep as this Tennessee team is. Vanderbilt is a good football team, no question. Diego Pavia is a Heisman contender. Yet it's no excuse for Tennessee to have put out as poor of a performance as they finished with on Saturday. And it wasn't just on Saturday. The Vols finished the regular season as a bottom 3 scoring defense in the Southeastern Conference, giving up almost 29 points per game. Heupel might have to have an uncomfortable discussion with his defensive coordinator in Tim Banks, with one of the members or multiple members of this defensive coaching staff for Tennessee. In my opinion, there's probably really only one untouchable for this Tennessee defensive coaching staff, and that is defensive line coach Rodney Garner. Now, the D-line did not exactly play to the level that they played at last year, but there's no question Garner is one of the best at what he does in the country, and the Vols certainly will not want to lose him. I don't know if Josh Heupel is going to do this for the first time, but it is something that people will be paying attention to with more scrutiny than ever before in the Heupel era after the way Tennessee's defense performed in 2025. That's one of my biggest questions about the offseason. Will Heupel, for the first time, fire one of his assistant coaches?